One day you're a capable woman running your life, and the next you're filled with rage, questioning your marriage, and your body feels like it's been hijacked. I was standing in the kitchen, and for the third time that week, I was fantasizing about packing a bag and just leaving. It's not that I don't love my family. It's that I had this volcanic rage bubbling inside of me, and I didn't even know who I was anymore. On paper, my life looked pretty good. In reality, I felt like I was losing myself. If any of that sounds familiar, you're not losing it. You've stumbled into the midlife glitch. Before we dive in, consider hitting that like button and join this growing and supportive community of women navigating midlife. The midlife glitch is this weird, disorienting time where you look in the mirror and think, who am I now? The roles that used to define you, mum, partner, professional, suddenly they feel like a straitjacket. You feel a deep restlessness, a quiet but nagging feeling that something is just wrong. And you are not the only one. For so many women, typically between 40 and 60, this internal chaos feels like a dirty little secret. While recent studies show mental distress is now highest in younger people, that doesn't make this personal crisis any less real. It's a period of intense self-questioning, where you start doubting your choices and wondering what happened to the woman you used to be. And the most isolating part, nobody talks about it. We're told to age gracefully, but inside it feels like a personal failure. I'm here to tell you it's not. You are not going mad, and you are not broken. This isn't a breakdown. It's a breakthrough waiting to happen. For the longest time, I thought it was just me. I felt so guilty about my unhappiness and rage. I had so much to be grateful for, so why did I feel so hollowed out? So I went on a mission to figure out what was happening. And I discovered it's basically two things hitting you at once: a hormonal mutiny and a full-blown identity crisis. Let's start with the hormonal mutiny, because it's the biological engine driving a lot of the chaos. When we enter perimenopause and menopause, our bodies go through a massive shift. The hormones that have been running our operating system for decades, mainly estrogen and progesterone, start fluctuating like a wild roller coaster. Think of estrogen as the master conductor for your brain's orchestra. It has a huge influence on neurotransmitters like serotonin, which is our happy chemical. When estrogen levels start bouncing all over the place, so does our emotional stability. This is why you might suddenly get hit with anxiety, depression, or a simmering rage that seems to appear out of nowhere. These hormonal changes directly rewire your brain. There are estrogen receptors all over your brain, especially in the parts that manage emotional regulation and focus. So when estrogen declines, it can feel like your brain is glitching. Hello brain fog, spotty memory, and a much shorter fuse for stress. On top of that, your sleep gets wrecked by hot flashes or anxiety, and we all know that sleep deprivation makes everything feel 10 times worse. It's not just in your head, it's in your hormones. Your body is navigating a huge biological transition that messes with your mind and your mood. Now, this hormonal chaos didn't happen in a vacuum. It collides head-on with an identity crisis. This period from our 40s to our 60s is also a time of huge life changes. Our kids might be leaving home, kicking off empty nest syndrome. We could be caring for aging parents, becoming part of the sandwich generation, and all the pressure that brings. At work, we might hit a plateau, or just feel deeply bored and uninspired. For decades, many of us have built our identities around being the capable ones, the caregivers, the problem solvers. We carried the emotional load, often pushing our own dreams to the side. Then one day, the kids don't need you in the same way. The career feels hollow, and you're left asking, who am I outside of all that? This isn't just a passing thought. It's a profound re-evaluation of your entire life. The hormonal rage and anxiety pour gasoline on this fire, turning a gentle transition into a full-blown crisis. The fatigue from perimenopause makes the burden of caregiving feel impossible, chipping away at your sense of competence. The sudden anxiety latches onto career dissatisfaction, making you feel trapped. It's the collision that creates the midlife glitch, a messy, confusing, and painful time where you feel completely and utterly lost. I hit a point where I felt completely shattered. I was grieving the woman I used to be, terrified of the woman I was becoming, and furious at the world for reasons I couldn't even name. I remember standing in my quiet house one afternoon. The silence was deafening, and I thought, is this it? Is this all there is? In that rock-bottom moment, something shifted. I realized this wasn't an ending. It was a signal. A loud, screaming signal that the life I was living wasn't working anymore. This wasn't a crisis. It was a call for a life reset, a midlife awakening. This awakening isn't about running off to buy a sports car. It's about turning inward and maybe for the first time ever asking yourself, what do I want? It's about getting rid of the old rules and discovering what actually matters to you now. Here are the most powerful shifts that helped me navigate this. First, harness your rage. For years I was scared of my own anger. I thought it was destructive, something to be stuffed down. But I've learned that perimenopausal rage isn't a bug. It's a feature. It's a compass pointing directly at what's no longer acceptable in your life. It's a sign that your boundaries have been steamrolled and your needs have been ignored for way too long. Instead of suppressing it, I started listening. When I felt that anger bubble up, I'd ask, what are you trying to tell me? Almost always it was showing me where I needed to say no. That anger became the fuel I needed to build better boundaries, in my relationships, at work, and with myself. It wasn't about being angry at people. It was about finally honoring my own needs for myself. Second, give yourself permission to be selfish. Oof, that word carries so much baggage for women, doesn't it? We're taught to be givers, to put everyone else first. But in midlife, prioritizing yourself isn't a luxury. It's a survival mechanism. This is your time to reconnect with the forgotten parts of yourself. Think back to the girl you were before you became everything to everyone else. What did she love? Painting, dancing, hiking, or reading a book in total silence? Start scheduling time for those things, even if it's just 15 minutes a day. It feels radical at first, but reclaiming that time is how you start to reclaim yourself. You have to fill your own cup first, because after years of pouring from it, it's probably bone dry. And third, embrace the messy middle of reinvention. This is a big one. There's a period where you've let go of your old identity, but the new one hasn't fully shown up yet. It's awkward and disorienting. You'll probably feel lost. That's okay. This isn't about having all the answers. It's a time for asking better questions. This is where tools like journaling, therapy, or coaching can be a game changer. They give you a safe space to sort through the mess and figure out what a life that feels like you actually looks like. Don't rush it. You are not falling apart. You are unbecoming everything you thought you had to be, to make space for the person you were always meant to become. This journey can feel incredibly lonely, but you don't have to do it alone. We need to start talking about this. I've shared a bit of my story, and now I want to hear yours. What was your glitch moment? That one instant you knew something had to change? Share it in the comments. You never know who you might inspire. And as you move forward, ask yourself this: what's one small thing you can do this week to start your own life reset? Maybe it's 5 minutes of quiet, signing up for that class you've been eyeing, or just saying no to something that drains you. The midlife glitch is the reset you didn't know you needed. It feels like a breakdown, but it's really a breakthrough. It's a profound chance to stop living by someone else's script and finally write your own. This transition is tough, but it isn't a crisis to be feared. It's an invitation to shed all the layers of expectation and step into the most powerful and authentic version of yourself. If this resonated with you, please consider liking and subscribing to keep the conversation going. The woman you are becoming has been waiting for you. She has wisdom, experience, and a voice that deserves to be heard. It's time to let her out. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next 50 and unfiltered video. Stay sassy, my midlife friends.